Hello, Chicago Network is on the air. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Yanishadis, and it's time to focus. So we're doing a double dip today. We're going to do Blackhawks first, then focus on the Chicago Bulls. Let's recap the week that was for the Blackhawks last Wednesday. They won 6-2 over the Dallas Stars on Thanksgiving Eve. Then on an afternoon game on Friday, Black Friday, they lose 3-2 in that one, so they lose both those games. And then Sunday they had a game against the Blue Jackets. We'll recap that one next week, recording these a little early this week. As again, I'm at my parents' for the Thanksgiving holiday, so just trying to crank these out. So we'll have a recap of that coming up on next week's Blackhawks Focus. Let's preview the week for the Hawks. Monday they were in Toronto to face the Maple Leafs. Tonight they are home to face the Boston Bruins, and then Saturday those are two 6:30 starts at the Maple Leafs on Monday and at their home against the Bruins on Wednesday. Then Saturday they are home to face Winnipeg at 3 p.m. So a mid-afternoon game, which is kind of nice. I mean, they had I think the Bulls are doing it too. Some afternoon games at the United Center. I kind of like that. I especially on a weekend, you want to get out of there. And it's not the best. And I'm not preaching to the choir or anything. If you've been out to the city, but the West Side not exactly the best place to be. So I'm glad that they decided let's do some day games or some mid-afternoon games. But again, Blackhawks continue to be just sitting there, and I mean they're almost in that same category as the other teams that we talk about, like the Bulls and the Blackhawks, where they're just missing something. I mean, they have this young, talented guy in Connor Bedard who did get a goal when they won 6-2. There was also a hat trick as well in that game. But I mean, you look at the standings right now. This is before the game Sunday. If the Blackhawks are currently 8th in the Central with 18 points. If you look here at the wild card, it's Vancouver and Edmonton that are in the wild card spots. 27 and 26 points. Blackhawks have the worst record in the Western Conference. That's not good at all. So I mean, this is just a team that's continuing to be like, you don't know where they're at. You don't know what they're doing. You hope they don't sell off all their players. And you just don't know where. You just want a direction. Maybe it's the coach. We already saw this week one coach in Chicago get fired. How long is it going to take to possibly see another coach get fired in Davidson? Because maybe it's him that's holding back Connor Bedard and holding back this team. Mrazek's looked good at times. So, I mean, we've seen bits and pieces of this Blackhawk team really playing well, but at other times we've seen this team just look absolutely dreadful. So, it is what it is. We'll see what happens. So, the Blackhawks do in this stretch get wins over a 6-2 win over the Stars, lose 3-2 to the Blackhawks, and of course played Sunday at home against Columbus. Then they'll welcome in Toronto on Monday, home against Boston on Wednesday, and then Saturday afternoon against Winnipeg. So that is the Blackhawks. That is their week. Now let's focus on the Chicago Bulls. Let's focus now on those Chicago Bulls. Sorry, I'm sweating. I'm battling. I don't know what it was, a flu. I don't know if you guys saw the focus yesterday with the Wildcats. I came down with something, and I'm recording it that night. So so I'm trying to fight off this whatever I got. Hopefully, I'm sweating it out here, but I apologize. I'm doing it on this show. But so we'll try to get through this really quick. But for the Bulls, they won one of their group games against the Wizards, 127-108 on Tuesday. They lose to the Magic Wednesday, the night before Thanksgiving, 133-119, and then they lose to Boston, 138-120. And I watched most of this game. Congratulations to Zach LaVine, has the most made three-pointers in franchise history. Now you would think it'd be like, for the casual fan, you would think it'd be Michael Jordan or someone from that era, but I would not have guessed, and I guess it's kind of true, Kirk Heinrich. Kirk Heinrich was the leader. So, I mean, Kirk Heinrich had a great three-point. I really think, part of me, if you put him into a true serum, I would say I think that team deserved to make a championship run. The Ben Gordon, Kirk Heinrich, Tyson Chandler, if Eddie Curry would have been healthy. But it is what it is. They didn't get there. But congratulations to Zach LaVine making the most three-pointers. And now coming up on that list is going to be none other than the big guy, Kobe White. And I think Kobe has a few more years. So odds are he's probably going to pass Zach LaVine because he's got more time coming. So it should be fun to see what happens next. But the Bulls do get eliminated from contention. It was close. They had a really good game against Boston, had a 12-point lead, but they're defending NBA champions. You're not going to go out there and win that game so easily. So good job by the Celtics to do what you need to do, beat a subpar team, and you did. Now let's preview the week. Monday, the Bulls are home to face the Nets at 7 o'clock. Then Victor Wembanyama on Thursday. That'll be tomorrow. And then Friday, home against the Pacers, a team that was in the Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll see where this Bulls team's at after this. I mean, and then Sunday, they're home against a dreadful Sixer team, which who would have thought that the Sixers would be a dreadful team. I mean, you probably saw the writing on the wall, but when you're healthy and just bad. So, I mean, it's bad for basketball, and it's bad for basketball when the Bulls suck, too. And the Bulls have not been good. Let's take a look. I mean, with the NBA Cup, so that'll be the next couple weeks. So we don't even know after that where the Bulls, because I believe it's the following week after that Sixer game that'll be the Cup, and a couple more games will get added. So we'll talk about the games that got added. We'll talk about that in a couple of days. But for the NBA, trying to look at where the Bulls are right now, which isn't anywhere good. The Bulls right now are 11. So they're at 8 and 13. They're a game out of the play-in. And they are 2.5 behind the Bucks to get in the playoffs. Remember, I said it on the first day that this team was going to get in, and they were going to get in by the playoffs, or they were going to get into the playoffs, not through the play-in. So they got to put up or shut up. I felt good about this team. We'll see another coach possibly on the hot seat in Billy Donovan. So a lot of questions to be answered, and a lot of things need to happen for the Bulls as well. But at least you got to see congratulations to Zach LaVine. How much longer he's going to be here, we don't know. And the Bulls do get a win. And it played Boston really tough, so I think Boston probably lowered their standards to play the Bulls, but it is what it is, and we'll see how the Bulls are this week. So we got the Blackhawks and Bulls out of the way. Yesterday was the Northwestern focus. Tomorrow will be the first MLB free agent pool focus, where we're going to focus on the free agents. Some free agents have signed. Next week's the winter meeting, so I want to get up to date on everything before that. And then we're going to have one the week following the winter meetings to catch you up all on that, because Juan Soto is going to find a home sooner rather than later, and we're going to talk about that. So everyone, that'll be tomorrow on the free agent pool focus. So everyone, have a great night. Have a great day. I'm hoping to feel better by the end of the week and when I do my shows next week. So everyone have a great rest of your Wednesday. We're back tomorrow with focusing on the free agent pool. I'm going to cool off and hopefully sweating whatever I got out. So I am Ryan Yanishatis for the Hello Chicago Network. We're the focus of Chicago sports.